Hello and welcome to the next devlog of my project, Mini Countries. The last 2 weeks I created 2 new screens, the main screen and the level screen, where the player can choose between the available levels. I designed some new countries. I also added a new notification system so the player gets notified on special events. And I implemented the functionality how new cities appear in a country. With that information set, let's start the video after the intro. Before starting the video, I have another news for you. The Steam page for Mini Countries is now online. You can find the link down in the description, and you can now start wishlisting the game. Just click the wishlist button to help Mini Countries get more visibility. That would really help. Thank you very much in advance. The first thing I've worked on was the main screen. I started with a blank background, but I wanted to have a bit going on in the background. So I thought about creating a small country with some small animations. That's the current result. I think it's kinda cool and good enough for a first version. So far it's not possible to get into the settings screen, which will follow soon, but you can press start to get to the level screen. And that's the next thing I was working on. In the previous devlog videos you only saw the game itself, but not how you get there. I started thinking about how this could be like, and I also thought about the different devices the game is planned for. So I like the idea of sliding tiles left and right to choose the next country level to play. I created a first mockup in Inkscape, how it should look like. That's the first version I created. It totally works. You can slide from left to right, and also the buttons works like a charm. But I don't like the fact the player still has to click on the level tile to play it. I would prefer the selected level to be in the screen center and highlighted in a way. So I made up my mind, changed the mockup and started doing the changes. And that's the final version of the level screen. You can still slide left and right. There also is a snapping which does not allow to be within 2 level tiles, and the player can also use the buttons to make the level selection. Some videos ago, a viewer already recognized that the first level is the Switzerland, and last week I created 2 more countries, and since you were already able to see it on the thumbnail, here's a short peek at the 4th level, Italy. To get the focus back on the game, let's get to the new notification system I've added. During the game a lot of events occur, and if the country gets bigger, the player might miss some important notifications. The notification system is quite basic. There is a maximum amount of 5 notifications at the same time, and there are different notification types. So far there are information, advice, tutorial and warning notifications. I already added the functionality to jump to a building in case the notification is related to a building. In this case, a city has too many requested resources, which will cause the level to fail. If the player now clicks on the notification, the related city will be focused instantly and the player sees what's going on. All notifications, except for the warnings, can be dismissed by clicking the right mouse button on it. One of the most important tasks I had in the past 2 weeks was the functionality how new cities will appear to keep the player busy. New cities will also have the place animation. You might notify from placing other buildings, and in addition to that you will see a notification. In my opinion, that was one of the most important features I had to add to make the game playable for others the first time. Next I will add more details to the other levels I made to have a first playthrough the current state of the game. I'm quite satisfied with the current status of the game, and I'm very optimistic to make Mini Countries available for you in the next couple of months. And that's it for this week. I hope you liked the video, even if there was a higher focus on some additional stuff like creating new scenes, but that's how a game is made. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Have a healthy start into the next week. Please stay at home if you can, and see you next time. Cheers.